Hey, I'm Austin for the Squared Circle Shoot, and Raw was a mixed bag, to say the least. Also, I should probably say here for the like, comment, and subscribe, because I'll be making these videos, potentially, more often. Raw started out with the Usos coming out, saying a couple things, then getting interrupted by the Judgment Day, but then Paul Heyman shows that it was a set-up alliance by Roman Reigns behind the Usos' backs. Rhea Ripley wanted to beat up Solo for... I don't know what the backing of that is. But then he announces that the Judgment Day will go against Sami, Kevin, and Matt Riddle. That goes into a Rey Mysterio versus Solo Sikoa match. It was a very mid-match. Halfway through, Rey lands on top of a cameraman. And who would have thought? But a distraction from the Usos happens. Wow. Then the Latino World Order come out and beat up the Usos. Rey still loses because, of course. And then there's a Usos beatdown after the match. You know, they just have to beat down everybody, no problem. Then it goes into the Bianca Belair and Dakota Kai match. Starts off with a bunch of hair pulling, a couple of flubs, pretty big flubs, and Bianca was very much literally carrying the match. It was a relatively rough watch, but Bianca made sure to put Dakota Kai into the ground for the win. Then there's a backstage segment with Judgment Day and Paul Heyman, where Then Cody Rhodes comes out. He calls out Brock Lesnar. The bald man says no. Cody goes to walks out. But instead he grabs a chair, then gets swarmed by security. Brock Lesnar comes out. Cody has to kill everybody that's security. Then he kills more security. And then that's it. I mean, like, it was fun watching Cody beat up 20 people, but, like, other than that, mid. It goes into a Seth Rollins versus The Miz match, and it's actually probably one of the best matches of the night. Miz starts out by jumping Rollins, throws him into the stairs, whatever, you know. Just some classic heel stuff, you know? I think it was the only match of the night to get "This Is Awesome" chants. And Miz was looking real good for, like, the entire thing. And I'm thinking halfway through, like, is Miz finally getting a push again? Like, is this gonna be, like, his second last push ever? And then, quick switch around finish, Rollins comes back and wins. And then there's a backstage moment with Kevin, Sami, and Riddle. And Riddle's acting dumb, he's stoned, whatever. And then they make fun of him a little bit, and then he's like, actually, do this. And then they're like, oh, okay. Never mind, he's cool. Then there's a Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory match, which my initial thought was interesting because it has potential to kill their momentum. And realistically, the match was going really heavily in the favor of Theory. But then Lashley started coming back, and they know that they cannot have the champion lose. So, you'll never guess, an interference ending by Bronson Reed. Then Trish Stratus comes out. She claims she made women's wrestling. She admitted to knocking out Lita, and, like, nothing really else happens. Then there's a Cody Rhodes backstage segment where he has to admit he lost again, because of course. Then there's a match between Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green versus Candice LeRae and Michin, where Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan are watching. Also, Nikki Cross is in the audience for whatever reason. I don't know what the story there is. It's a quick squash match. It's quite disappointing. It was definitely the low point of the night. Which goes into the main event between Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Riddle versus the Judgment Day. It was an alright match. Rhea Ripley straight up drops Kevin Owens on his head. Riddle comes in and absolutely shows off. He just takes out everybody he sees. Basically 3v1 for a minute. Sami then goes ahead and starts tearing it up. Rhea Ripley interferes twice. Kevin Owens hits some stunners. Sammy hits a hell of a kick. Then Riddle does his bro splash or whatever and wins the match. But of course, then the Usos have to come in again, twice in one night. Let's go. They jump the winners. Then the Latino World Order come out to save the day, and then it's like another 25 people in the ring beating each other up. I don't know what they're doing at this point. It's just the interference endings. It's like 3 in one night, and it's all they do. It's straight up getting annoying at this point, you know? Like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. Oh, like, for 75% of the matches of a night, you have to be sat there thinking, like, who's going to come out? And if there's a actual, like, rivalry going on, you know what's going to happen, because they just, let's bring out someone else to end this match, because we can't have anyone lose clean anymore, because we're trying to build everybody to be watched. Seth Rollins versus The Miz was the only one where you're like, yeah, this is going to end clean no matter who wins. I feel like a lot of people can stand with me when I say that when WWE is pumping out the same stuff week after week, where it's just an interference ending for like, what, 3-4 weeks now? I don't know what happened before that because I wasn't watching. But man, come up with something, you know? That being said, I'm Austin with the Square Circle Shoot. And if you liked it, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. And let me know down below what else I should check out, what other ideas I could do. And other than that, yeah, bye-bye.